The 963rd edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMASGPN.
Howdy ho, DeGenerinos. Welcome to episode 963 of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It's dedicated to another one of our friends in the Discord, 2xT, who I don't think we've ever discussed on the show. So this goes out to 2xT. Thank you for coming to the show. I'm Michelangelo Colangelo, aka Jeff Fox. Alongside me, Daniel Vreeland, aka Gumby Vreeland, you may know him as. We've got UFC Fight Night, but it's a good UFC Fight Night. Usually we are used to, especially weeks after a big pay-per-view as of last week, usually we have to, we have some famine for a few weeks here, but this is not the case this weekend, is it, Gumby?
No. This is a great fight card. Meaningful fights. You know, you probably got a handful of people who are only a fight or two away from a title shot. You know, that's you don't usually see too much of that on fight night cards. You know, sometimes you see a big main event, but you don't usually see even you go 3 fights down, maybe even 5 fights down on this main card and see fighters who are nipping at the heels of something big. So gotta love that.
You got
and the best part of it all, 10 a.m. start time. Give me all the 10 a.m. start times.
Yes. Yep. Actually, that probably works pretty good for me too. So a recent former champ in the co-main event. So yeah, pretty solid fight card. Only the best for Doha Qatar, I guess, right?
Yeah. I've heard it called Fight Night Doha a couple of times.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, instead of UFC Qatar, I've heard UFC Doha, and I'm like, no, we're gonna stick with what I worked with.
Now, are we going with? We both said Qatar, or are we going with Qatar?
You know, I don't have.
Some people call it Qatar.
Slightest idea on what the right pronunciation is.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to use both of them interchangeably until it annoys every person listening.
Yep. The pronunciation online says is Qatar, so like Qatar, but I see saying it's not correct to say Qatar. You should say Qatar.
I just remember hearing the World Cup announcers just use all of them interchangeably. So I figured I'm cool to do that as well.
Exactly. I'm sure the UFC will as well. It's not like Daniel Cormier knows how to say.
No, that dude doesn't have a clue.
So and he can work for the UFC. So we should probably get into it. We have 8 fights to break down on the prelims. Some difficult, as Gumby said off air, some difficult fights to pick winners for. So we'll see where we land. We'll see if we link up with most of our picks. After I remind you that you can gear up for the holidays at the SGPN merch store. That would be sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. The perfect gift for the degen in your life. Promo code HOLIDAY for 25% off everything at checkout. Yes, all the MMA Gambling Podcast gear, including this sticky shirt I'm wearing right now. 25% off with HOLIDAY. All right, as we said, we're going to Qatar. It's UFC Fight Night. Sarukian versus Hooker, Doha, Qatar. It is Saturday, 10 a.m. as Gumby said as well. That's the fights we're covering today. The 10 a.m. start time on the prelims. So main card I think is 1 p.m. If you want to go to it, Ali bin Hamad Al Attiyah Arena is where it is in the Doha of Qatar. So let's break down the first fight, shall we? It is a heavyweight bout, which means these guys must be totally horrible, Gumby, if it's opening a fight card.
They're not. At least one of them isn't.
We'll find out which one is not very good and which one is good. Marek Bujło, he is from Poland. Denzel at Freeman, he is from the United States. They are both debuting heavyweights as well here, so that is interesting. We'll tell you about Bujło first. Bujło, that would be the Polish fighter. He's 6-0, 3 knockouts, 3 submissions, so he's finished everyone. This is his debut. He's a multi-time BJJ champion in Poland. 2 years younger than Freeman, 2 inches taller, plus 178. Freeman, you can call him Luke Fox, 6-1, 4 knockouts, 1 submission. He's never been finished in a fight. This is his debut. He's won 2 straight, both via finish. Last loss, June 2023. He was the LFA champ, 1-1 in PFL, used to fight at 205. 0-1 as a pro grappler. Based on their last weigh-ins, he was 21 pounds heavier than Bujło, minus 188. Who's good and who's not, Gumby?
It's definitely Bujło. By the way, I don't think you can give him the Mexican
Bujilo.
J.
I know.
And I think you
Bujlo,
invented an
you're
I
right.
in there too, I might
Yes.
add.
I said
Bujlo.
Bujzilla, which is correct, but then his last name
Yeah,
obviously should
the
be Bujlo.
Bujlo, if I'm not mistaken, and might have
You think he's
more
good?
of
Of
a
course, you think he's good. He's a
Polish
grappler.
pronunciation.
Of course.
No, I actually don't think he's good. I'm a
Okay.
Denzel Freeman fan.
Good. That's what side I'm on too.
You know, Denzel Freeman, very fast, very explosive. If you watch his fights in LFA, or I mean, like watch the head kick knockout in
Right.
in PFL too, like thunderous head kick knockout. And of course, like maybe the best feather in his cap of all is the fact that he went in and knocked out, or not knocked out, but took out Steven Asplin. Like he's Steven Asplin's loss. He went in there, you know, really, really superlative wrestling, superlative top control, all that kind of stuff, and just kind of took it to him. So, you know, for me, I really like that part of his game. And when I was watching Bujlo, like, look, he's fought some very, very terrible opponents, like absolutely awful opponents he's fought. And it's enough to be like, yeah, I like don't think this guy knows who he's fighting. All of his fights have ended in under 2.5 minutes. So like you wonder, like, does he even have a gas tank? Does he know what a gas tank is he just gonna like gas himself getting excited, getting to the cage? And like with the athleticism, and like we've seen Freeman go deep into fights. We've seen him have to sort of grit it out. You know, I've seen him in a title fight in person where granted he ended that one fairly quickly, but like, you know, he gets after it. I'm a Denzel Freeman fan. He's taken out some really, really great opponents, and I think most of the guys he's taken out are better than Bujlo. So yeah, give me Denzel Freeman in this one.
I'm glad you're in on Freeman as well. I was hoping I didn't miss something watching Bujlo and looking
it didn't. There was nothing that like stood out other than like his opponent was like, "Please rip this arm off," and then he obliged him. So like you're like, "Cool."
Yeah.
At least he did
regional. Yeah, he's fought regional Polish scene is where he's fought, and
it's not like he's coming over from like KSW or something, and then he's fought, you know, versus a guy who's taken out Asplin and Hugo Kuna, and like, you know, those are some good opponents, you know.
Yeah, LFA champ, fought in PFL. As Gumby said, Freeman's very fast, explosive, real good athlete. He's gonna be like 20 pounds heavier, well, at least based on the last weigh-ins. Yet you're thinking, oh, he's a fat guy. He's not. You know, he's in good shape.
He's got a great athletic Instagram handle too. Check out him out at Omega Batman.
Yes, that's right. and it looks like he at least offensively he has some grappling. And at least I've seen him.
Well, that's how he beat Asplin.
Right. Yeah. Asplin can wrestle, of course. So yeah. So Freeman, good number for him as well. Plus, you got to take the striker, and he's definitely the striker in this matchup here. So, all right,
we're everything in this matchup, to be honest.
Yeah. So it's a good number then, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I am saying that. Yeah. Yes,
it's heavyweight, so you never know.
Yeah, taking a debuting heavyweight against the debuting heavyweight, you know, hard to make it your lock of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
But it feels like a good night. He actually opened right at -150, which was a lot tastier.
Yeah. All right. Saygid Izagakhmaev, something like that.
For some reason, our graphics have readjusted. And
there's
the right one.
To the old graphics.
I completely ordered them so that they would come up in the right order, and now they seem to be out of order somehow.
Just shuffled the deck for you.
They just shuffled it.
Maybe it knows something we don't know, Gumby. Maybe it knows. Maybe it knows about Saygid Izagakhmaev. He's from Russia. Nicolas Dalby, he's from Denmark. They are fighting 3 5-minute rounds at 170. We're going to tell you about Danish Dynamite or Lokomotivo Dalby. 23-6-1 with 2 no contests, 7 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's been knocked out once. This man is durable. Definitely. 7-5-1 with 1 no contest in the UFC over 2 stints. He's lost 2 straight. Before that, he had won 4 straight. Got knocked out in his last bout to Rude Boy Randy Brown. Has not won since November 2023. He's former Cage Warriors champion, and there's quite a few of those on this card. You'll see multiple regional championships on his.
Matt.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. Remember the code HOLIDAY at checkout. Back to Dalby. 2010 debut, 1-0 as a pro kickboxer, plus 270. Izagakhmaev, 22-2, 4 knockouts, 12 submissions. He's been submitted once, so he's durable as well. This is his UFC debut. He's won 5 straight TKO win in his last bout. That was back in November 2022, though. He's not lost a bout since January 2021. However, 3-0 and 1 championship, which at the time was the biggest promotion in the world.
Not anymore?
There anymore. Yeah, maybe not. He used to fight at 160 and 185, 2013 pro MMA debut, 1-0 pro grappler, 10 years younger than Dalby, 2 inches of height, minus 290. I'm going crazy, Gumby. I'm taking a dog. Apparently, he's not as crazy, though, because it seems everyone in our Discord is in on this dog as well. So you may want to bet that if you're on my side, you may want to bet this line quick before it starts dropping. I just think Dalby is a very hard guy to fight, especially in your debut, especially when you have not fought in 3 years. And that fight was against Shinya Aoki, who was a decade past his prime at that time and isn't a striker to begin with.
He just won this weekend, I think. Aoki did.
Oh, really?
Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, depends who he fought. So
yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, they could have him in a setup.
No, the Dalby's just, as I said, super durable, hard to take out. Even though he finally got knocked out in his last bout.
What was durable?
That's the problem. That's a concern. His age, he's 41. There are concerns. He's
41 and he just got tagged by Randy Brown.
Just got tagged. Yeah, there are concerns, but I still think at plus 270, I'm willing to take a spin on a guy who has fought at this level extensively and has actually fought in the past 3 years.
Yeah, and the layoff for me is a little bit hard for Izagakhmaev, but I'm still going to pick him. He's not just like a regional guy coming in here off of like a massive layoff. Like, this is a guy who's fought really high level of competition, and I know you can rag on his fight against Aoki, but this is a guy who beat James Nakashima and like did so pretty handedly. Like, he manhandled Nakashima, and like Nakashima should have been in the UFC years ago. Like, that was he's an MMA lab guy who like dominated over in ONE FC for a while. Like, he's super, super, super solid. And Izagakhmaev ran through him like he wasn't even there. Like, took him down, was beating the hell out of him on the ground, wound up with like it didn't even look like that Darius choke was really in, and the way that he finished it and got Nakashima to tap. So for him to have been like that good and that solid, and really, I think the UFC tried to sign him a while ago and ultimately like ran into some like contract problems with ONE. But now that he's a free agent, he got on over here, man. And you're right, Dalby's a tough out to start, which is probably why I can't get there on negative 290. Right. But I do still think he kind of wins this fight. I'm worried about Dalby's takedown defense. I'm worried about Dalby's chin. Because again, another thing about this is too, I think some people see Izagakhmaev and with that name and, all the submission wins and think like, oh, this is just like another one of those wrestlers. Like, no, he is a really good striker too. The knockout over Aoki notwithstanding, right? Because you don't want to give him too much credit for that. But like, he stood and traded with Nakashima pretty well. And he looked really good on the feet too. He's like a pretty good kickboxer. So I like Izagakhmaev. Again, I probably won't wind up there on too big of a play, but that's my pick for this fight.
All right, it may be the Discord versus Gumby, which is rare. Usually we're not against you. So
there was somebody who just said that they were backing the Brinks truck up to Izagakhmaev or putting his mortgage on it or something like that.
Yes,
I was like, maybe don't do that, but like I'm in on him too.
Yeah. All right, let's get you another play, shall we? We were just warned as we were starting to record here. We were warned we have to take one of the men in this bout. Our friend Weight Watcher Venizi says we have to take someone in this bout, which would be Nurullo Aliev.
I didn't catch that instruction, but I hope I don't disappoint.
Didn't you? Nurullo Aliev versus Shaquem Rock. I wonder who that is. Anyhow, Rock is from the United Kingdom. He's from the United Kingdom, more specifically Ireland. Aliev is from Tajikistan. Another newcomer to the promotion. We have quite a few newcomers this week as well. You can call him Shem Rock. Now you know who we're talking about because Shem Rock's coming to town. He's 12-1-1, Mr. Rock. 2 knockouts, 9 submissions. He's been knocked out once. This is his debut. He's won 4 straight, and he's gone 6-0-1 over his last 7. He's fought extensively in Octagon, at least recently. Are Cage Warriors too? Or am I getting my promotions mixed up? Did he fight in Cage Warriors or Octagon?
He's mostly Octagon, but I don't know if he maybe had some early career fights in Cage Warriors.
I shouldn't have questioned myself. I was right from the get-go. It was Octagon. Okay. So he's fought high-level competition. That means he's not lost since October 2021. Multiple region championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, get all the good stuff. sportsgamblingpockets.com/store. Remember, checkout code is holiday. Use fed at 145, 2 inches taller than Aliev, plus 245. So our Discord, obviously, he's not listening to our Discord. The betters. Tajik Eagle, Aliev, 10-0, 2 knockouts, 2-0 in the UFC, 1-0 contender series. Has fought at 170 and 155. 7 years younger than Rock, 2-inch reach advantage, minus 275. See if Gumby listens to Weight Watchers or not. You don't know what side he told you to pick. Which side?
Well, I think you just hinted at it a little bit there, but I'm on
I guess I
Shamrock,
did.
man. I'm on
Yeah,
Shamrock
so
as
am
an
I.
underdog.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I mean, like, I've never been blown away by Aliev.
No.
You know, even if you want to go back to his fight on Contender Series, he beat John Wick. Is it John Wick? Josh Wick. It's not John Wick, right?
Isn't John Wick Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, it is. Is it Josh Wick? Did he fight a guy named John Wick? I'm remembering. Maybe I got this one wrong. Maybe was it Josh Wang?
Was it? That's even funnier.
That's a different guy. Anyway, whoever he fought.
Do you need me to look it up? I can look it up.
I just remember him going 1 for 5 on takedowns on Contender Series, and then like mostly just laying on the guy and not doing any real damage when he was there. And I was like, they're not gonna sign this guy. And then they did. And like,
he beat Josh Wick, by the way.
Josh Wick. Okay.
Yes.
Mix and match. Not Josh Wang, not John Wick. Josh Wick. And like, you know, he beat Joe Selecki too, but like, I don't know. Did he impress you in that fight with Joe Selecki?
No, he's never impressed me. I don't
not
think.
really. And like, Shem's long, he's lanky, he's weird to fight. His jiu-jitsu is nasty from wherever it is. He does really good at getting out from underneath a takedown. He does really good at like back takes if you're being lazy in your takedown attempts, which I think is a real possibility here. You know, like Aliev is not a finisher. What has he got? Like 2 KO victories.
That's the big thing I was going to say. Yep. Two finishes out of 10. Yeah.
He's going to have to go in there and lay on Shamrock for 15 minutes. And like, you know, is there a possibility he does that? Maybe, but I think at plus 245, I'll take the guy who's dangerous, new, really, really, really tricky on the ground, and is probably going to have plenty of opportunity to get there on the ground, right? Like Aliev, like has to close the distance. That's like what he does. So, you know, I'll take Shamrock in the clinch to either find a neck or to jump on the back or, you know, hit something creative and make this a fight.
Yep. As I said, I'm in on him as well. You always, not always, but normally I want to take the more dangerous fighter. Not the guy that's going to hang around for 15 minutes to get himself finished, which is what Aliev could be doing here. Yeah, Shamrock finishes people. He's good on the ground, which is where Aliev is probably going to want to fight. And he's fought a good level of competition too. So at plus 245, very good deal. Very good deal here. So look at me, back-to-back plus 200s here, Gumby.
Crazy.
Oh,
Must be trying to catch up.
Exactly. We only got 3 events left. This one and what?
2 more.
No, is there?
Yeah, December 6th, December 13th.
And that's it, right?
That's it.
Right. There's none. No, sad. All right. I'm not going to catch up, but that's okay. Let me tell you about Novig. We're brought to you by Novig, Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices. They got reduced juice. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And Underdog. Underdog is your home for pick-up entries where you can win up to 5,000 times your entry. Gumby, do you have a play for the people?
Sure. Let's go to the NBA on Wednesday night because you're getting this second episode here on Wednesday. I'm going to go to the Bulls in the Blazers. Let's take the higher than on Nikola Vucevic's rebounds. Somehow they got him only, projected here at 9.5. That guy's good for double digits all the time. Although he has slowed down a little bit this month. Blazers don't have a powerful front court. I'm not afraid of Donovan Clingan. So give me the higher than on Nikola Vucevic's rebounds.
All right. And check this out. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 to get $100 of bonus funds when you sign up with our code, only our code, MMASGPN. All right, Gumby and I are both in on a dog there. Let's see what we got next. All right, this is 185. That would be middleweight. Ryan Loder, United States. Ismail Naurdiev. He is from Morocco, even though his nickname doesn't make it sound like he's from Morocco, right? He has a Moroccan flag beside his name, at least on Tapology. We'll tell you about the Man of Steel. That would be Ryan Loder. 7-2 with 5 knockouts. He's been knocked out once. 1-1 in the UFC. He's won 3 of 4 TKO loss in his last bout. He went 2-0 in the Ultimate Fighter and won the championship. He got a draw in a professional grappling bout. He's 4 inches taller than Naurdiev, 2-inch reach advantage. He's more active landing strikes and better grappling stats than Naurdiev. He's outstruck his UFC opponents by 3.25 strikes per minute, plus 120. The Austrian Wonder Boy from Morocco, 24-8, 12 knockouts, 6 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted twice. 3-3 in the UFC over 2 stints. He has won 2 of 5. He did lose his last bout. regional champ, 2012 pro MMA debut, 5 years younger than Loder. He's outstruck his opponents by 1.92 strikes per minute, minus 130. It's my turn, right?
It's your turn.
I'm going with the man of steel. Surprisingly, I'm taking a tough person here. Naurdiev's never really impressed me very much. Loder's very tough, can take a beating. He has power in his hands.
Does he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got some TKO victories, but like he's a decent grappler. He's a trashy striker. I mean, like he would have to change immensely to hang with Naurdiev in terms of the striking. He would have to see a big increase here in terms of his skill. I'm going to go with Naurdiev. I wavered on this one too. I tried to convince myself that Loder's wrestling would be enough because, like, look, I kind of think Loder's one-dimensional. I thought he was one-dimensional on The Ultimate Fighter. I think he's one-dimensional since he's been on The Ultimate Fighter. It's like wrestle or bust. You know, he went in and he wrestled in The Ultimate Fighter finale. You know, most of his fights on The Ultimate Fighter were like, look, I'm just going to out-wrestle you and win this fight. It's kind of the Roy Nelson path to the finals that he took. Not super exciting, but like good. Naurdiev's not easy to take down though. And I think he's a lot better of a striker. I mean, you want to go back and you look at some of his past fights, you know, in his first stint in the UFC, you know, I want to say Sean Brady went 4 of 9 in takedown attempts on him. So you're like blocking half of what Sean Brady brings to the grappling department. I mean, even his last fight, now granted, Iron Turtle did some damage on him on the feet, which I really don't think Loder can do. But like Iron Turtle did some damage up to him here and there, and you know, had him on the verge, and I think he got a 10-8 in there, maybe 2 10-8s. But like Iron Turtle went 2 of 8 on the takedowns. And so like he's stuffing 75% of what's coming from Iron Turtle. I don't know that I love Ryan Loder in the grappling game there. And Naurdiev has got some like kickboxing background and he's had some good fights on the regional scene. And, you know, like, you know, he's not looked good in the UFC and he's had some bad fights outside of the UFC too, for that matter. But I still think he's a better kickboxer. And I think he has the ability to keep this on the feet. So, and those two things are enough to win the fight. So I'm going to go with Naurdiev in this one.
All right. Austrian Wonder Boy. So you're in on, I'm in on so many dogs compared to you, Gumby.
You're going crazy. You're going nuts, man.
I told you I'm going to go nuts. All right. We are going to bantamweight now. Bekzat Almakhan. He is from, Kazakhstan? Uzbekistan?
Yeah,
Kazakhstan, right? Yeah, he's Kazakh. He's fighting Aleksandre Topuria. You know that last name. You know they are from Georgia. 3 5-minute rounds. This one is a very close one on the books. Almakhan is a Turin warrior, 12-2, 10 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been submitted once. He has his rounds. 1-1 in the UFC. He's won 9 of 10. Won his last bout via knockout. He's fought at 145. He's a year younger than Topuria. He's been outstruck in the UFC by 3.61 strikes per minute. He's at plus 120. El Conquistador is Topuria, 6-1, 3 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been knocked out once. 1-0 in the UFC. He's won 4 straight. He's not lost since May 2015. He's fought at 145. Better striking stats than Almakhan. 4 times more active landing strikes, but he's only fought once, Topuria. So pump the brakes there. Better grappling stats as well. He outstruck his opponent in his debut by 0.2 strikes per minute, minus 108.
So my turn or your turn?
Yeah, your turn.
My turn. I'm gonna go with Bekzat Almakhan.
Okay.
Did you have him as an underdog or as a favorite?
Plus 120.
He's up to 120 because he was a favorite like very recently, like maybe as early as yesterday. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Bekzat Almakhan. Like if you watch his fights, like obviously on 3 days' notice against Umar Nurmagomedov, yeah, maybe he didn't look great in that fight. He did drop Umar though. You know, I think, you know, people should remember that like in that fight he hit Umar with a shot and dropped in and made a lot of people question whether or not Umar was even good for a second. And then he comes out in that second fight and he just absolutely manhandles Brad Katona, hits him with that gnarly uppercut, you know, just like looked really good. And that's what I like about him is like the hands are excellent on his side. I wasn't blown away by Topuria's debut. He was the guy debuting with plenty of notice against like a short notice replacement in Colby Thickness. And you know, Colby Thickness is not bad. You know, he's a decent prospect there too, but you know, he kind of struggled and like needed some takedowns, and you know, he eventually like, you know, took over in the way he probably should have. But you know, even the regional fights I watched from Topuria, like he's not his brother. Like I feel like we're feeding
Yeah.
this line because of who his brother is and not who
Exactly.
he is.
We're paying his brother's prices here.
Yeah, we're paying Aaliyah prices for
Right.
Aleksandre. So I kind of like Almakhan. I think his boxing's just like a little bit sharper, a little bit crisper. It comes with more diversity. He's not just like ripping hooks. He's like more willing to throw, uppercuts that are going to surprise you and work to the body and all that kind of stuff. And I think his wrestling defense is good enough to stuff Topuria too. So yeah, give me Bekzat Almakhan.
Yeah, I'm in on him as well. I don't really want to take Topuria in this matchup as a favorite. More power on the feet, better striker. Topuria, if he hangs around like he did in the Colby thickness fight, he could be in trouble because Almakhan finishes people. So let's go dog. Why not? Right? I'm going dog crazy.
Yeah, he got hit. I got the numbers right here. He got hit 38 times by Colby Thickness, who's like kind of a grappler taking that fight on short notice.
Right.
And he only landed 41. Not a lot of output, not a lot of control. Yeah, it's just not there for me on Topuria.
Yeah, not yet, at least. No.
Yeah, sure got room to grow.
Yep. All right, let's go to 125 now. Kyoji Horiguchi. I hope he makes it to the cage, Gumby. He's back. He's fighting Tagir Ulanbekov. They're fighting at flyweight, as I said, 3 5-minute rounds. We tell you about the Typhoon first, Horiguchi. 34-5 with 1 no contest, 15 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's been knocked out twice, submitted once. This is his debut into the UFC. His first stint, he went 7-1. Then the UFC decided they're going to get rid of flyweight, but they didn't get rid of flyweight. So yeah, good plan. Yeah, he's won 3 straight and gone 5-0 with 1 no contest over his last 6. He's not lost a fight since April 2022. He's got multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Get our shirts, get our merch, sportsgamblingpockets.com/store holiday at checkout. He's fought at 135. He went 2-2 with 1 no contest in Bellator and was the champion there. RIP Bellator. 2010 pro debut. 0-1 as a kickboxer. Better striking and more active landing strikes than Ulanbekov. He's outstruck his opponents by 1.15 strikes per minute. He's at plus 170. Ulanbekov is 17-2, 1 knockout, 8 submissions. He's never been finished in a fight. 6-1 in the UFC. He's won 4 straight and 9 of 10. He's not lost since March 2022. Multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Remember, merch at sportsgamblingpockets.com/store, and then the code is holiday. He's fought at 135, 2013 pro MMA debut. He also has multiple Sambo championships on his mantle. A 2 inches of height, 4-inch reach advantage over Horiguchi. Better grappling stats. He's outstruck his opponents by plus 0.01 strikes per minute in the UFC. So basically a wash. He's at minus 185. Am I going dog again, Gumby? What do you think? Am I going dog again?
Is it you or me?
I am going. It's me, I think. I think it's me. Yes.
Sure, go for it.
I'm going dog again. Horiguchi, better striker. I don't know if I'm just picking him because I like him and I want him to do good again. But no, he's
maybe me too.
He's a much
but
better striker.
He's a way better striker. In like,
yeah, way better. And he's
just like overrating Ulanbekov's ability to wrestle too. I feel like we have been for years. Like everybody
can wrestle a bit too.
Right. Kyoji can definitely wrestle too. But like, I feel like every time Ulanbekov is brought up, they're like, oh yeah, well, he's got those Samba championships. And like, yeah, he also failed to wrestle Tim Elliott. Like he could not do it and was losing that fight. And like, I think the Tim Elliott game plan, other than holding Ulanbekov's gloves repeatedly, but like, I think his ability to like get in his face and like make it nasty. Like, I think Horiguchi can do that. I think Horiguchi can pour on the pressure and like bring heat in, and he's definitely a better boxer, right? Like Ulanbekov's a little longer, but like apart from throwing some like push kicks here or there, like that's not really something he uses all that often. Really, most of his length is used within the grappling world, and I really don't rate his grappling as high as I think this line does. Because like Kyoji Horiguchi is a guy who, like, correct me if I'm wrong, like all of us had him pegged as a future UFC champ. He's coming off wins over like Sergio Pettis and like other big guys. It's not like he went and fought bums, and he's fought dudes who can wrestle too. Like he fought Hiromasa Okikobu in Ryzen and like handled the wrestling from Okikobu. And now granted, Okikobu is a little bit more one-dimensional than Ulanbekov, but like he's a heavy wrestler and probably even better at wrestling than Ulanbekov. So if Horiguchi could deal with that, Horiguchi can deal with this guy. So yeah, give me Kyoji Horiguchi here as a dog.
All right, another dog. We are going dog crazy. Let's see if we got 2 more fights to do. Yeah, 2 more fights to go after I tell you about Rhythm. That's RITHMM. Rhythm is crushing it in college football, NFL, and now just out of the NBA. Rhythm is also giving away weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Gumby, do you have a bet we can track?
Sure. We got Thursday night football. I'm gonna take the Houston Texans getting 6.5 against the Bills. I don't know if they're gonna beat them straight out, but I got a little bit of faith in the Texans here, and I think they can at least keep it close with that defense. So give me the Houston Texans plus 6.5.
All right. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. See if Rhythm agrees with Gumby. So download Rhythm or THMM and use our promo code SGPN25. All right, 2 fights left. Next one is at light heavyweight. AbdulRakhman Yakhyaev. He is from Turkey. Raffael Cerqueira. He's from Brazil. Let's break it down. Yes, Cerqueira is still in the UFC. He's the lion.
He's brought in specifically to lose to guys like
this. He definitely has. So he's 11-3, 8 knockouts, 2 submissions. See, that sounds good. He's been knocked out twice, but he's 0-3 in the UFC. So there you go. Regional champ. He's fed a heavyweight. An inch taller than Yakhyaev. He has been outstruck by 3.25 strikes per minute. So that's kind of why you're going to lose fights. Plus 925. Hunter Yakhyaev. 7-0, 3 knockouts, 3 submissions. This is his debut. He 1-0 Contender Series, 3 straight wins via finish, multiple regional championships on his
mantle.
Correct. Last time I'm saying it here. sportsgamblingpockets.com/store holiday at checkout for 25% off. He fought a catchweight bout at 220 before. He's got 2 inches of reach over Cerqueira, 11 years younger. Better striking stats based off his one fight. 20 times more active landing strikes based off that fight. Because he was plus 30 strikes per minute in his Contender Series fight, which only lasted a few seconds, I think, right?
18, I want to say.
Yeah. Better grappling stats, but all his stats are basically, you can just ignore him at this point. Here's a stat you need to know, though. Minus 1059 is what you can get him for at the books. I think we're still taking him regardless.
Yeah, I mean, is it my turn? Yeah, I'll take Yakhyaev.
Yep.
The big piece for me in this fight is, he's quick with the hands. He's real dangerous. I mean, I like him for the same reasons I liked him when he was fighting Alec Lorenz. I like Alec Lorenz. I think he's a fun prospect out of LFA. He just is hittable, and he's a light heavyweight. You can't take too many shots as a light heavyweight because the other guy can probably crack. Cerqueira has found that out the hard way. He's been knocked out in 2 out of his last 3 fights. And also Yakhyaev has wrestling in his background. He's not the worst wrestler I've ever seen. We've seen even if Cerqueira is having a little bit of watch Julius Walker take him down at will. Down whenever he felt like it and won that fight. And granted, it's kind of lackluster because he won a decision against Cerqueira, but I think Yakhyaev probably knocks him out in 10 seconds here. Find if you're not interested in the 10:59, find the in the first 30-second prop.
Can you get that in the first 30?
Oh yeah, plenty of books offer in the first 30-second boosts and stuff like that.
Yeah, or Yakhyaev knockout first round.
That's probably still not. That's probably still so juicy. You're going to need under half
plus 140.
Yeah, under half a round maybe.
Yeah, there you go. All right, I'm taking him as well. Obviously, he's being fed. The lion actually is being fed to the hunter. Hey, this makes sense. I just clued in the hunter versus the lion. There you go. So he's big game hunting. Yeah, Cerqueira shouldn't be in the UFC. So there you go. There's a breakdown for you. All right, we got 1 fight left. Luke Riley, he's from England. Bogdan Grad, he's from Austria. They're fighting at 145. 3 5-minute rounds. It's the main event of the prelims. Another debuting fighter in this one. Grad is the Unleashed. 15-3, 9 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been knocked out once, so at the very least, he's durable. 1-1 in the UFC. He's been 4-5. He did lose his last bout. 1-1 in Contender Series. Who did he lose to? Do you remember that?
Bogdan Grad lost to Tom the Big Train Nolan.
Yes. He's fought 155. He's at plus 240. Riley, 11-0 with 8 knockouts. This is his debut. 2 straight wins via TKO. He's fought at 135. Inch taller than Grad. 4 years younger, minus 250. Give me Riley. Not knockout power, one shot knockout power, but he's very patient on the feet. He's not swinging for the fences all the time. He's picking his spots, and he's fought in cage wars. So he's fought pretty high competition as well. So give me Riley.
And when he picks his spots too, he explodes out. You know what I mean? You're right. He's patient, but also I'm not sure the part where you said about him not swinging for the fences is true, but it's just not like every.
That's
it's
true.
not like every swing.
Not
is for
Wiley.
the fence.
Right.
Yeah, it's like he knows when to swing for the fence really well. So he's like patient but also aggressive at the same time. Footwork's really good, turns up the pace. You know, Bogdan Grad's kind of like a shorter, stockier guy that likes to kickbox, and it's cost him before, right? Like the aforementioned fight with Tom Big Train Nolan, like that dude knocked him out immediately because he's like an aggressive, stocky dude. And like, I got to imagine Luke Riley just tears that apart however he wants to, whether it's by being quick and getting on top of him right away and pressuring him back, or trying to draw out punches for counter strikes. Like, I think Riley could kind of attack this any way he decides, and I think he winds up with the same result no matter what. So yeah, give me Luke Riley here.
Riley knocks him out is what you're saying, Gumby.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. All right. Recap. We both have Riley, both have Yakhyaev. We both have Horiguchi. After I lock you in there, we both have Almakhan. He has Naurdiev. I have Loder. Both have Rock. I have Dalby. He has Izagakhmaev, and we both have Freeman. So I went a little dog crazy, which is good. Hopefully I hit at least half of them. You can talk to us in the Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. You can talk to us on YouTube at MMA Gambling Podcast. Talk to us on Twitter, SGPN. Let's try that again, SGPN MMA. He's at Gumby Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram. Check out my Substack. You can enter my free UFC Pick'em contest, and check out my articles at moneymma.substack.com. Gumby talks to interesting people in the MMA world on his Top Turtle podcast this week. Who are the interesting people?
Volkan Ozdemir, who we'll talk about on tomorrow's episode, and Shannon Clark, who we talked about on LFA 221 when she defended her title. And she's talking about her next steps in MMA.
All right, so check it out. And of course, we are at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Remember the code holiday for 25% off, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon for bonus content. Now, Gumby's going to bid you farewell.
I'm Dana Gumby Freeland. He is El Conquistador, Jeff Fox, and we will see you tomorrow.